Hey, what's up guys? It's Joe, CMO at Xtreme Xperience. We are here at the Chicago Auto Show. We stopped at the first supercar that we came across. This is the Dodge Viper ACR Aero package. This thing is a monster. We just saw it get reviewed. I think Randy Pope's just reviewed it. If you haven't seen it, it's on Motor Trend's channel. But we're going to be walking you around the auto show, showing you the best in performance cars, some of the exotics that we come across. Very few exotics here, but we'll do our best to show you those. Everything's behind barriers and whatnot. So we're going to guide you around, see what's going on in the automotive world, some design stuff, some performance things. Behind the camera here actually is the new Fiat Miata. Didn't even know that thing was coming out. So we'll show you guys around the auto show and we'll get this thing kicked off. All right, so we're in line for this Viper simulator. You get to actually drive a Viper on the Nürburgring. The car, as you can see, actually moves on the axes, so this will be exciting. I've driven the ring before. We'll see how this compares.
So how was the simulator? How accurate was it?
The brake pedal was not accurate at all. The steering had good feedback. The gas is pretty good, but on the actual simulator itself, you couldn't feel the cornering. You could only feel when you were bumping into things, but the steering would lighten up when you were on the gas and stuff. It was really cool. It's our first time seeing the new R8 after the redesign, so let's go take a look at it. It's basically a Huracan in Audi clothing. It's interesting. It looks smaller. I mean, it's definitely more mean looking, it's more muscular, it's got sharper lines. It's a I'd say less feminine looking than the previous R8. It just looks more aggressive. All right, so we were just talking about the R8. Got to stand here behind some ropes, but we were just talking about how 99.999% of people, this entire car show will never experience a car like this unless they come check out Xtreme Xperience. I mean, everyone here is taking photos of it, oogling over it, but you can actually get behind the wheel of these things at Xtreme Xperience, and that's what kind of makes this interesting for us to come look at these supercars. If only there was a place to drive it. So we're standing in front of the brand new Ford GT, and this is my personal favorite car at the show. I think it's the most exciting car out here today. So we'll kind of walk you around and take a look at it. It looks really good in white. We saw it last year in blue when they announced it, but this thing looks amazing. So when we were at Barbara Motorsports Park earlier in 2015, we got a chance to talk to Joey Hand, one of the drivers of the Ford GT race car, and he had some awesome things to say about it. He said right off the bat, it was one of the best cars he's got in setup-wise. They were struggling actually with the interior of it. You can see how narrow it is as far as fitting the racing helmet, so that might be an issue for some track driving. But it was very early in the testing phase when we spoke with him, but all in all, he said it was a great car. I can't wait to see how it performs this year. Here at the Chicago Auto Show with this ridiculous thing in front of my face. We're winging it here with this microphone today, but I'm standing here with Mitch and Rich from the marketing team, who you may have met in the last episode of the vlog, but we're just going to talk a little bit about what's going on here, and we're actually in the supercar showcase here at the auto show, which is kind of cool. You can see this Huracan behind us. It's the brand new Lamborghini Huracan Spider. It's a beautiful car. We're also surrounded by, got some Rolls Royces, McLarens, Aston Martins. There's a Bugatti Grand Vitesse over there. We'll show you that in a minute. But really, we just wanted to stop here and talk about the supercars since this is what we do, and talk about what we've seen here at the show today, anything that stood out, some of the other supercars we may have seen around the experience. But I don't know, is there anything that stood out to you so far today?
No, I mean, it's nice to come to the auto show and see what Perillo has to offer. I mean, driving down Michigan Avenue and rolling past Bentley Gold Coast is just amazing. And so we kind of see a little bit of a spectacle, right? Everyone lines up to check out some of their favorite supercars. Reminds us of being back in the pits at our events, watching everybody just, you know, eyes out, phones out, everyone high-fiving coming out of the event like, whoa, you know, look, our favorite supercars are here. So it's really interesting to be kind of on the other side of it, where usually the velvet ropes are up, can't get inside, can't touch the cars, and that's kind of like the motto of the auto show. But you know, here we are kind of behind some of these guys, and look at everyone around us, just phones out. So this is kind of an interesting, unique situation. But
yeah, I think we get used to seeing these cars day in, day out in our warehouse, but even coming to the auto show, I still get that kind of, you know, like that little kid feeling of like, oh my gosh, look at that Aventador over there.
Very much so. No, I totally agree. I remember when I was first working downtown, going to, I used to work at Topman, as you know, but every day I'd walk right past the actual Bentley Gold Coast showroom there on Rush, and it was day in, day out on summer. I mean, you got people just lined up on that window looking out and seeing all the cars, and they were pulling cars in and out. And so it was very much surreal for me to walk past that, feeling, you know, very special. And now here today inside, you know, it just always blows me away when people come and do the auto show and they start talking about, you know, coming and looking at these cars, but they don't do any more research other than that of, you know, can I drive this car? Can I do more of this car? If this is something I'm passionate about and enjoy, you know, we're pretty much that open outlet for them to come and experience something.
Yeah. I just standing here by this Lamborghini, I've heard a few people already come by and go, oh my God, that car looks like fun, you know. Oh, I just have so much fun in that car.
Someone just said that it looked like a tank.
Yeah.
I don't even know what that was.
I don't know where they're coming from.
Dude, it's powerful.
Yeah. I mean, that's kind of the point is of the auto show, right? I mean, everyone here comes here to look at the cars, whether you're a fan of JDM cars, or you might be a fan of Chevy or Ford or Mercedes, Porsche, you name it. But this is kind of one of the unique parts of the auto show, where you can actually see an exotic car. Most people, let's be honest, spend their entire lives barely maybe seeing one or two exotic cars.
Right.
Maybe we're in Chicago, so we see them downtown on Rush Street. But you know, where we go to Tulsa, or we go to you know, some rural areas, or as we're traveling.
Arizona.
Yeah, I mean, we go across the country with our experience, and most people, maybe there's a couple of guys in town, maybe some doctors got a Lamborghini or something, and they maybe see them once or twice. But this is a place where you can actually come get a good glimpse at them. You know, the one thing that's unfortunate about the car shows is that they're behind barriers. AJ, if you look over that way, we were just over at the Auto Art. They've got the nice red ropes surrounding their cars as well. But I think, you know, one thing, we were just talking to the guys at Auto Art about getting fingerprints and, you know, people bumping up against cars with their jean rivets and stuff. I mean, so they definitely they need to put these cars behind some protective barriers, but that's the complete opposite end of the spectrum is the Xtreme Xperience, right? I mean,
hard to worry about that stuff at the Xtreme.
Yeah, we see people leaning on the cars, posing with their family, getting in them, driving them, of course, flat out on a racetrack, which is a little bit more dangerous than just a little like scuff on the side of your car, right? But
What is the safest way to do it, as we spoke earlier?
Yeah.
I mean, you're not going to go out on the racetrack and, you know, expect to go around 30 miles an hour. So
right.
It's most important, as we were talking with the guys over at Auto Art, taking care of the cars, people sitting on with the jean rivets and everything, making sure that they're not really screwing it up. So it's understandable that here at the auto show, with tens of thousands of people coming through, that they have the barriers up, but we are the complete opposite.
Yeah. Is there anything you guys saw today that were like maybe you're drooling to get added to the fleet, or you know?
I think there's a few really great options for some future lead cars. I don't think the Evos are really going anywhere just yet, but we saw the new RS, which we were kind of, you know, peeking around. saw some pretty great stuff out of the BMW collection as well. And Audi's brand new R8 is out here today, so we put a lot of stuff on Snapchat, but there's really some pretty interesting contenders. We're really glad to see that some of these new concepts are really starting to come to fruition.
Yeah.
And I mean, on top of that, again, with Auto Art, I mean, some of these cars that they have out here today are just ridiculous as well, but yeah.
We're talking about lead cars. Actually, we were talking earlier about the new BMW M4 GTS. And I mean, it's 134K base price.
Yeah.
I mean, I almost want to ask, is that something that we would probably have in the experience? Is it worthwhile to bring something like that? We've got a GTR.
Let's ask our viewers, like, would you come drive an M3 or an M4, the M4 GTS? Like, is a BMW something that you'd want to come out and experience on a track? I know we would love to.
I would love to spoon that thing around.
Yeah.
That would be awesome.
You know, the other thing that I was drooling over earlier was the Ford GT. They've got one here on display in white today. It is absolutely beautiful. I hate to say that, unfortunately, we probably won't ever get our hands on one of those things because they're making so few of them and they're going to be over $400,000, $500,000. But I don't know, let us know. Is that a car you'd like to get out on track? Who knows? We've got some Lotuses over here. I've always thought a Lotus would be interesting to add to our experience, but I don't know. I don't know if it has as big of an interest as like a Ferrari or, you know.
I think with Lotus you get the guys who, if you like Lotus, you like Lotus. I think there's nothing about it that really attracts you, like say a Ferrari or Lamborghini. Those cars, you're just drawn to them.
Yeah.
You kind of almost have to know about Lotus. I personally would love to take an Exige or an Elise out. Yeah, or the new Evora. Really test that thing out. I'd love to try that, but it's not for everyone.
Yeah. I see, I'm just looking around, I got Aston Martins. It's been a while since we got an Aston Martin on track. We got the McLaren LP, that's the MP412C right there, but...
Actually, a 650, I think.
Is it a 650? Oh, it's a Spider, yeah. It is a 650S Spider. I cannot wait to get our 570S on the track. Right. I don't think there's a single 570 at this entire show.
No, I didn't see one.
That's another thing that's unfortunate about the auto show is, other than this little supercar area, is there are no exotic manufacturers. You got some luxury manufacturers and stuff, but
Ferrari, Lamborghini, both of them don't come. Aston Martin doesn't come. I mean, it's really unfortunate. I think a lot of that's actually gone on the Detroit show now, which is deemed the North American International Auto Show.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, this is the closest you're going to get unless you come out and do the experience.
Yeah, it's very true. Is there anything else you wanted to add that you guys have seen here today, or just while we're talking cars here at the auto show? It's kind of cool. We've got the whole car show going on behind us here. I feel like a top tier presenter here with this funny thing. But
I'd like to put it out there for anyone who's actually in the Chicagoland area or has gone to their auto show this year. Definitely, drop a line in the comments. Let us know if you see like the new Audi R8, the new NSX. What is it that you would love to see us put in the fleet, and what you'd love to experience? I think definitely hearing from our fans and customers out there, what should we add next?
Yeah,
it's really a big question.
Yeah, our fleet's ever evolving, and we're always looking for whatever's newest and what's on the covers of the magazines. What do people really want to get out and drive? So yeah, leave us some feedback. Also, if you're hitting up the car show scene this year, the various across the country, the shows, be sure to share that stuff on our Facebook page. We like to see people car spotting and showing what they're interested in. Anything else you want to add?
No, I mean, I think that's really it. Obviously, thanks for having us out here, and look for more content for this actual episode. This is kind of like, a little step out of the office for us, out of the garage, so we're happy to be here, and just look for more from the vlog. Yep,
that's it for this episode. We'll wrap it up. We'll be showing you guys some cool footage that we got at the auto show here, and be sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat. Right now, actually, Snapchat's what we've really been blowing up as far as behind the scenes look at all these different cars. But follow us, and we'll be back with some more content next week. Thanks a lot.